So one neat thing about the Latchit rack is it only weighs 18 pounds. All you have to do is pop your tailgate, come around, fit it on one side. Each side has a little latch pin you pull out and you slide it down. After that, all you do is you pull it towards yourself, lift, and drop it into your tailgate latches that are the manufacturer latches, and you're installed. After that, you grab your bike, you throw it over, and each bike rack will have either 5 or 6 straps. You'll come over the top on this one, and you'll have it latch straight through. You'll tighten, and then on the lower, you'll come with the lower strap. You'll wrap it around your tire. You'll go up and through, and you're done. You're ready to go riding. Simple as that. Another neat thing about the Latchit rack is how many bikes and what style of bikes you can fit on this product. You can go from 29 all the way down to 12. You can do tandem bicycles, which is not very typical in a bike rack industry because of the added length. You can also do e-bikes. E-bikes are user-friendly on this product as well. So you can fit all your bikes that you have on this product, one bike rack, all your bikes. The upper bar is actually designed to have the flexibility to help absorb the energy going into the bumps from the truck. So, for instance, when your truck hits a large bump, what happens is your bike is being jammed onto your tailgate with your pad. This product is designed to where when you hit your large bump, it's designed to have some flexibility in that upper bar to allow it to move a little bit and go into the bike rack and stay away all the energy from your actual bike and or your fork. It's designed to be better for your bike, 100%. Here's what we call the Wishbone Effect, and here's what the Latchit rack was originally designed to help avoid. So tailgates have changed completely. The metal will stick out a lot further than the old style trucks, and this is standard on every truck these days. And let me show you how the Wishbone Effect works. You would have a tailgate pad, but I'm gonna show you without the tailgate pad so you can understand. You typically would throw your bike over, and as you rest it, you'd have it come down. And as you can see, you're putting all that stress right across the face of your tailgate on your paint, and this metal is quite easily to dent, as well as you're hitting it a little bit more mid-down tube where you're putting pressure on a 90-degree corner on carbon fiber and or aluminum. So what happens is it's like a wishbone effect. Every time your bike bounces or your truck hits a bump in the road, a wishbone effect is it wants to stress those 2 points outward. That's where you get a lot of your rubbing, and that's where you get your carbon rub that's terrible. So the bike lock. What's really cool about this product is it has an integrated bike lock. Very easy to use. You just come to the one end, and this cap will pop forward, and you'll be able to pull your bike lock straight out of it. It will stop. You'll end up going over the top of the bar. You go through all the frames, and on this end, you'll slide it in and lock the bike lock, allowing all of your up to 6 bikes to be locked into the bike rack, as well as if your tailgate has a locking mechanism, which most tailgates do. Toyota was the one that's a little bit behind the ball with locking tailgates. They have keys in them now, and I think they are using an actuator at this point, but most trucks will actually have a lock built into your tailgate, and when you lock your truck, your actuator and or your key in your tailgate will lock your bike rack to your truck, making sure that nothing can be stolen. Another great part of Latchit rack are the straps. In tailgate pads and or other bike racks, you usually have 2 different tie down points to help keep your bike safe. In a lot of the pads, you will have just an upper around the top, and you hope that your bike is being wedged onto your tailgate, not creating damage. With the Latchit rack, you have 2 different points of contact. You have an upper strap to tie around the upper part of your bar, and it's easy to come off, and you have a lower strap that goes around your tire to keep things pinned. You can see the upper strap keeps it tied nice and tight to the upper bar, and the tire is pinned to your tailgate pad where it's rubber on plastic. There's not going to be any damage whatsoever. That keeps your bikes pinned in that area so that it's not going to be toppling one or the other as other areas would. So another benefit of the Latchit rack is because you are actually resting it in a better place. You're on carbon bikes, aluminum bikes, and all different types of bikes, you're resting it up higher, closer to where your fork comes down through, and you have most of your strength right up here in the front end. And what your stanchions end up doing is they sit here on your crown versus on your stanchions. So you do have a pocket that may look like it's touching, but you end up having no resting right on all of your stanchions, so you're not going to get the stanchion rub as you typically get. It will rest against your upper crown where it's safer for your forks. Some of the benefits of Latchit rack not only include a better way of carrying your bikes, it actually includes the movement. So when you have movement on a typical truck, you have your tailgate up, and when a car's driving down the road, it is solid and rigid. And your truck is driving, the suspension is moving, but it's still moving across the back end of your truck. What ends up happening is as your bike sit on that rigid tailgate, it is creating a triangle, which you have a stanchion hit, it hit mid-stanchion, it'll also hit mid-down tube. And what happens is when your truck is shimmying, your bike is on a tailgate pad and it is shimmying back and forth and bouncing up and down because all you can do is strap to the tailgate pad. This product is a whole lot better for a lot of different reasons. The reason we designed this product was to be better for your bike. So now when you're driving down the road, when there is movement in your truck and your suspension and it comes up through, the bike rack moves with the bikes directly attached to it. So you're not getting an individual rub between your bike and your actual Latchit rack. The Latchit rack is actually moving, and these are staying exactly in place to help for a better ride for both your bike and for your truck. Another awesome part of Latchit rack is you have an extended bed. Because of the way the tailgate extends, you have all this added room. So as you can see in most trucks, these would be closer to the bed of your truck. This is a 6-foot bed. You can see that we have an extra 4 feet of room in the back of this truck for added gear or equipment, depending on where you're going or what you're up to. Another neat part is because it drags your tailgate forward, if you have truck tents, the tupoi, or shells, the Latchit rack is awesome for those because you're able to go with your tailgate down with the Latchit rack. You can go up and over the Latchit rack, roll it straight in the back of your truck, and use a tailgate throw and go feeling style of bike rack.